Hello and welcome to our show, Radhika Talks. Today we profile a very artistic woman, a dancer of note, not just any dancer, but a woman trained in the classical art form of Bharatnatyam. We speak to none other than Srimati Verushka Pather. Welcome to our show, Radhika Talks.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Now, you really are at the forefront of Bharatnatyam dancing in South Africa. You've earned quite a positive reputation over the years. What has been your inspiration for Bharatnatyam dancing?
Thank you for having me. I'm definitely not the foremost runner of leading Bharatnatyam. There's many legends in South Africa. But I've always been inspired by the arts as a child and loved the storytelling. I think it's really been the storytelling and the opportunity to take people on a phenomenal journey that an artist is that powerful to take you to a different realm of experience.
And how old were you when you started to dance?
I was 4 years old, just loving the folk dance and the experience of dancing at families' gatherings, and everyone that came home I would dance for. And then as I grew, I knew that this was a soul's purpose, that I wanted to fulfill that art.
And won't you agree that people who take up these classical art forms are really blessed with the gift, and it's not an ordinary blessing?
Oh, no doubt. There's no doubt. I've seen it many times in my life and in the life of my husband and I and our family now, that the art actually takes care of us because I've committed myself to it. And my art has taken me to places in the world that I would never usually think of traveling to. I've met great personalities in this lifetime because of my art. So I'm eternally grateful.
Well, talking about your husband, it was actually through your love of dance that you were introduced to your love of your life. So tell us a little bit about that arrangement.
That's a special story. I went all the way to India to study dance and thought I'd come home with my Shah Rukh Khan and he thought he was coming home with his Aishwarya, but I'm so grateful. I met my husband Kamendran. He was studying at Mysore, in Mysore at JSS Medical College, and I was in Chennai. So yeah, we're happy to have met there and started the journey of our lives together.
Well, that's a good story. I'm sure your kids are going to enjoy
Yeah,
listening to that.
They do listen to the stories, and our favorite places are where we'd eat. And I'm so blessed. Kamendran has seen me as a student of dance. My gurus were the first family to meet him and give their approval, and had then spoken to my parents and requested an engagement because they don't allow courting. But yeah, we have a beautiful story that as a dancer student, he saw me graduate, he assisted with my graduation to take place. And then we came back to South Africa, and then he just saw me grow as an artist and become a mom and now a dancer, that lives for dance.
And how have you combined the demands of your gift, your skill as a dancer, and juggling motherhood? And you've recently had a little girl. So how are you juggling that two aspects of your passion and your family life?
It's been tough. Everything we do, it's tough. It's just about how we cope. But I think if your heart resonates with something, there's no doubt that if it's so much a part of your life, that the universe, you've made it that. Given that important aspect, so the universe takes care of it. It allocates time, enough time for the kids. The kids are my priority now, and I love having my little baby girl. So I love that aspect of my life, and that has my time and attention. But my heart also resonates as an artist, as a dancer, and to serve through my art. So because that's such a huge part of who I am. I'm only defined as a dancer. So there's no way that the art would leave me, or I would actually leave the art in any way.
And you've been fortunate, you've performed many, many places in front of many distinguished guests. But what for you thus far has been a highlight in your career, a moment that you will always treasure?
I'm very grateful. I've met many great people through my art and many presidents of countries. But really, what touches my heart the most and that I would be eternally grateful in this lifetime is this. I've had the opportunity to dance in Krishna Balaram temple in Vrindavan. So that has been, it's almost, for me, it has been a gift after many births. I would never, the night was orchestrated and it was purely destined just for me to have an experience. It was a gift to me, I could see that. And that for me, I would be eternally grateful for. I am eternally grateful for.
And have you ever thought, if you were not a dancer, what would you be doing?
I don't have to think of anything else. It's written in my, it's, there's nothing else. I've tried doing many things. I don't think I could work for anybody. or you know, yeah, my soul, it's so clear to me that my soul is destined to be a servant to the art. And I love the service. The service is phenomenal.
Now, you not only are a dancer of note, you're also a teacher. You have the Nithyananda School of Dance, and you have a lot of students that you teach. Tell us a little bit about the dance school.
Nithyananda has been in existence for about 15 years. We run a holistic program for children. It's almost a grooming school. Everyone can learn dance, but we also look at the allied subjects that go with dance and also just allowing children to grow in a positive environment.
And Nithyananda School has also put on some huge productions. I've seen one of them and I thought very highly of it. But some of them include Sri Krishna Leela, Shakti and Kumara.
Yeah.
And what exactly does a production of that note entail?
Lots of hard work. Lots of hard work, lots of hours, but it's always a joy. I mean, this is our work. It takes us a few months to research the project and research content. I enjoy meeting different people in specialized areas of that particular deity or art or story that we wish to tell. And then once I have the material, I spend time reading and just wait to get inspired of how I'd like to write the story. And it's always a chance to write it for how people would like to view it, and also things that I did not know about that I would like to showcase in the dance drama so that it educates audiences and also takes them on this journey of things that they might not know, and using Bharatnatyam as the medium to tell the story.
I've seen you dance and I know there's a lot of behind the scenes activity before you come on stage, and I'm always so impressed because the outfits are, so beautiful, and there's so much of accessories that's required, and I know there's quite a bit of hair ornaments and bodily ornaments. How much of preparation goes into getting ready for a performance?
It takes all dance artists, I think, about 2 hours to comfortably get on stage. It's a long process and the process is important to go through that time. I know if I'm rushing, if I've just got 1.5 hours, then I know what's my thought process that go. I'm already rushing in my mind, so the body gets to stage and backstage rushed. So it's very important for me that I take the 2 hours. I go through applying my makeup, doing my hair, and then adorning myself with the costumes and jewelry. And a very special part is us adorning and putting alta on our hands. So it's almost igniting the energy into our material being and physical being, and then taking over once we get to stage. So the process helps the mind as well to settle down and get into that level of wanting to actually make that exchange on stage.
Now, if your daughter were to tell you, "Mommy, I want to dance," would you encourage her in that area?
Oh, I'd love for her to dance. I think I'd love, my boys love watching me dance, and they feel it's meant for me. They are not into learning dance, but they learn musical instruments and they learn they go for vocal classes. But I'd love my little girl to dance. I think it's every dancer's dream to have, just to share, for her to have that experience of that bliss on stage and where she can take herself to.
And you're also instrumental in setting up a website. Tell us a little bit about that.
Our website is called ZaRasa with a capital ZA, which is suggestive of South Africa. And Rasa is a sentiment. It's the flavor. It's the elements of something amazing that one will experience. So ZaRasa is a web portal that takes you back into the past, and it captures the legends of South Africa. So it captures musical and dance legends and people of note, people that have made their mark in South Africa that have passed on, and some that are current. And it's important, my thought behind it was that I met a lot of dancers that did not know legends like Kumari Ambige and J. Lakshmi Naidu. So I felt it was essential that young dancers, if they're performing, they should know who are the legends. So ZaRasa is meant to capture historians of our past.
Awesome. Now I have a few quick questions for you. Okay, so are you a sari or a suit woman?
Oh, no doubt a sari.
And complete the sentence, I can't live without mine.
Family.
If there's one thing you could take to a desert island, what would you take?
I think my books.
And one place to see before you die.
I would say the Vatican.
Verushka Pather, we want to thank you for joining us here on Radhika Talks. We've enjoyed our discussion with you, and we wish you well. From the team at Radhika Talks, we wish you well on all your future endeavors and look forward to a book of all your accomplishments. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I wish you all the best for this great venture to showcase women and just what we're doing. I think it's phenomenal. We've known you for forever, and I think it's great to share this with you. Thank you so much for the opportunity and looking at all of us in our community. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.